Kealy and this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm here to catch up with you about my Sew 6 and Make 9 2019 sewing plans. So I've just been joined by my cat Bramble, so if you hear meowing, that's what it is. So I'm filming this one evening, and actually I think this is a really good time to catch up on the progress I've made towards my sewing plans for the year and kind of have a look and see what I've still got to do and things like that. So I'm going to go through what my Make 9 plans were and just talk about the progress and maybe show some of the garments that I've made towards that. And then I'll go through the Sew 6 fabrics that I chose and which ones I've managed to make up. My Make 9 plans. So I chose a mixture of patterns, some that I already owned and some that I wanted to own, and I drew little sketches of them in this little notebook using the My Body model croquettes. And so I'm just going to go through them and I'll show you as I go along. So the first thing in this little book is this one. And this is the Briere shirt from Deer and Doe. And this is a pattern that I haven't bought yet, and I still haven't bought it. And that is because I'm kind of second guessing this one. Now, I wondered about buying this shirt pattern and then turning it into a dress, which I thought would be really cool. And then I wondered about making the shirt to like wear with jeans and stuff. One thing that's happened is a bit odd is my style is starting to change this year, and I'm actually starting to like kind of brighter things. I'm not minding wearing things that are a little bit more tighter fitting. And so I'm actually wondering if this shirt actually suits my style now. And I'm just wondering because previously I liked it because of the waist seam. But I'm wondering now how wearable that is. I would quite like a shirt that I could tuck into jeans, and I think that if it has a waist seam then that would be quite difficult to tuck in, and it maybe won't look very good, but I am still interested in making it as a shirt dress, so I still might get it to just lengthen it for that. But I have bought some fabric to make a shirt or a shirt dress in, so I'll just show you that. So I bought this. So this is a brushed cotton tartan type fabric, and it is really beautiful and soft and quite drapey, kind of similar to a twill fabric. And I got this from Bath Sewing Studio, and I got this in two different colours, one with slight purple to it. Now I really love this fabric and I really love the colours of it, and I definitely think it will look awesome as a shirt dress. So I do still want to make a shirt dress, but it's just whether I buy that pattern or not. I am attending the bodice fitting course by Elisa Lex at Like So Amazing in July, and I am wondering if after that I will know kind of how to fit my chest and shoulders a little bit better, and that way I will find it easier to make the shirt eventually. So it might be that this is something that is like a summer project or something like that. But yeah, really looking forward to using that to make a shirt eventually. So my next one was this. So this is a pair of jeans, and I chose the Ashe Jeans by Megan Nielsen, and they were in my UFO box in my UFO video. So I started these last summer and got to the point where I hadn't sewn the waistband on, but I have managed to finish them this month. So this is the finished pair of jeans here. So I'm really pleased with them. But one thing that is really difficult is I used quite cheap denim. So this is denim that I got from Fabricland, and actually comparing it to my Levi's, even though they are me made, they do not feel as nice, nowhere near. And I do have some denim from Sewsfaction and Sew Me Sunshine, which is really lovely quality, and I think I'm going to have to try and make another pair using that better quality denim, unfortunately. So I got the zip in, and then I did top stitching, but I did it with just a normal thread, but in this kind of teal colour. And then inside I've lined the pockets with this floral fabric, which is from my bridesmaid dresses, and I even managed to add the button on, so I'm really pleased with that. And with my buttonhole, I was really quite scared about it, but I bought one of those buttonhole kind of chisels or knives, and also some fray check as well. So I will link both of those down below. I just got them from Amazon. but that has made my buttonhole really good, and especially on my Embroidery jacket, which I've just finished, I had to do lots of buttonholes and it made them really good. So I definitely recommend those products as well. And the button, this button, I just got a pack of, I think it was like 20 or something, in a little box from Amazon, and I will link that down below as well so you can have a look, because actually it's quite nice to just have a stash of buttons. So I'm just going to pop these on to show you. Okay, so I know you can't see all the way down on these, but I've got them on, so I feel like I fitted them really well on my hips and waist, so they fit really well there. I did have to take them in quite significantly, so that means the pockets now are a bit stiff to get my hands in, but they are okay. The fly is gaping just a little bit, but I think that's the button placement more than anything. Could have done with moving it over slightly, but again, fine. I think I got the pocket placement quite good at the back there, and overall they're a nice fit. They're good with t-shirts and things like that. They're not quite as stretchy or as comfortable as my Levi's, which is a bit of a shame, but I definitely think if I was able to make them in better denim, I would definitely get some more wear out of them. But they do fit really well, so I will be definitely wearing these, but they might not be my first choice, which is a bit of a shame really, because I did spend a long time on them. So my next one was to make some cigarette trousers, and actually Sew Over It came up with a cigarette trousers pattern, but I decided to take apart an old pattern of mine and then just trace it off, which I have done, and I've made a pattern out of it, and I did make a pair of trousers with it. Basically, I've given those trousers to my sister to wear, and I didn't take a picture of them, but I did make them out of this fabric here, which is a Ponte from My Fabrics. They turned out really well. It was just happened chance my sister needed some trousers at the time. And I am planning on making another pair, and I've got lots of fabric, so I'm definitely going to be making those, and they'll be perfect for work and also kind of like casually on the weekend. So I've got quite a few fabrics that I could use for that, so looking forward to making those again. So that is 2 makes so far that I have actually done from my Make 9. My next one is this one, which was bra and pants or underwear. Now, I haven't really made any progress towards this at all. I haven't bought any supplies and haven't bought any patterns. So I am kind of thinking that maybe this won't be the year that I manage to get onto making bra and pants. However, if a workshop came up or a class came up which was making those things, then I'd be likely to kind of go on that. But I am also looking maybe to buy a kit, just because it's going to be easier. I was looking into buying everything separately, but it's just quite a lot of hassle and I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm still thinking about that one at the moment, so no progress there. My next one was the Bronte top by Jennifer Lauren Handmade. And I do already have this pattern, and I have lots of jersey to make it out of and lots of smaller pieces of jersey that I could use to make a mock-up version, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So that could be on my list to do fairly soon, because it's fairly easy for me to do that. But I just haven't had a chance yet, which is really odd because I was really excited to make it when I bought that pattern. I think other things have just kind of gotten in the way for the moment. My next one was the Anna coat by Sew Over It. Now this is part of the Work to Weekend ebook, and I was really excited to make it when I got the book, and I am still really excited to make it, but I haven't adventured into coat making quite yet. So I do have an Eden coat cut out ready, and I'm going to make that one, and then I'm going to have a look around for some fabric for the Anna coat. But seeing as it's coming into summer, I probably won't get much wear out of it, because even though the weather isn't great in England, actually still in the summer you can get away with like a mac or a very light jacket and maybe a denim jacket or even a cardigan. It does still get chilly, but not as much. You don't need like a massive coat necessarily. So that one still is on my list to sew, but I just need to find some appropriate fabric, and unfortunately the fabric shops at the moment don't really have too much in, just because it's coming up to summer, so they've got beautiful summer fabrics. My next one was something for my husband, so it was a men's jumper, and I did make him a jumper last year, but it turned out really big, so I did get a sewing pattern for one from Seamwork, which is a unisex pattern. It's the Paxton Jumper or sweater. Now I have made this for him, and I'll show you it now. So this is the jumper. So I made it out of this grey, cosy, speckled fabric. So this is a sweatshirting that I got from my local shop, the Nylon Shop. And actually it is a seconds fabric, but I got it quite cheap. It was about £4 a metre. And this is kind of straight from the packet. It's a raglan sleeve, but I did not include the cuffs or the waistband. Now this jumper fits him fine. I chose the size medium, but it does gape a little bit here, like it kind of wrinkles up just here, which is a bit of an issue, and the neckband kind of stands out away from his neck as well. And I don't know if it's because this fabric isn't that stretchy, or because the pattern isn't necessarily designed for broad shoulders per se. I'm not really sure. I am going to try and look at one of his ready-to-wear raglan sleeve jumpers and compare it, and just have a look and see what I did. But I've made the Frankie tee loads of times before, and I did it with exactly the same method, but this one just hasn't worked out very well. So I'm a bit confused about that. But yeah, so a bit of progress, because there's the jumper there, but I'm not entirely happy with that, so still a long way to go with that one. And the last thing on my Make 9 was to learn embroidery. Now I haven't started with this yet, but I have got all the supplies. So I've got threads and scissors and embroidery needles. I'm just kind of waiting for some kind of downtime to do that. Now I have got quite a few issues of Molly Makes, and they always have embroidery patterns in there and things like that. So I am definitely going to be doing this. I just haven't got around to it yet. But I do have just made that denim jacket, and I do want to embroider on the jacket. So I need to get some practice in first before I do that. So I thought that was the last one, but then I flipped back and found the Friar Sweater. So this was one of the ones that I wanted to make, the Friar Sweater, and that's from the Tilly and the Button stretch book. Now this is one that I have made quite a few of, and I will insert pictures where I can. So it's a similar to this top that I'm wearing. So this top here is an Agnes and Freya hack. So it's an Agnes neckline, but with the Freya bodice and t-shirt. Now I have been having a couple of problems with this, depending on the fabric that I've used. And the problem that I'm having seems less so in this t-shirt, but is gaping here. And I have adjusted the pattern slightly, but it still seems to be doing it in these thicker cottons. So this is an art gallery fabric that I got from Flojo Fabrics in Bristol, and I'm still getting this a little bit. It does stop it a little bit if you take in more under the arm. So I'm just wondering if it's literally too long in this bit, so whether I need to take it up a little bit at the shoulder. So I still need to play about with this. This is tighter, but it's kind of pulling slightly too high on my shoulder now, I feel. So it's something that I still need to kind of adjust. So the other versions I've made, I made this long sleeved version in this beautiful French terry from Pin & Sew. I made this short sleeve version, much like what I'm wearing now, in this beautiful art gallery fabric from Sewsix. And this was my first version, a long sleeved version in this bird and floral jersey, which was from John Lewis. I did also make this one, which is in a cotton jersey that I got from Hobbycraft, but this one has the same problem on the arms here, and I'm still trying to fix that. So I am going to take it in a little bit here, basically on the underarm, and that will eliminate it a little bit. But it's still something that I'm looking into. I'm not quite sure why it's doing it. I've never had this problem with jersey before, and I think it's something to do with the sleeve and the curve of the arm and things like that. But it is quite frustrating because I've practiced a few different times and it doesn't seem to be doing anything different. So I don't know if it's just, I'm not really sure. So I've made quite a few versions of that pattern. I do really love it, and I think it's like a nice shape. It is a really good shape for me. It fits my hips really well, and I like that I can change the neckline as well, and do kind of hacks like this with the Agnes top neckline. Really lovely pattern. Definitely, if you haven't tried the Tilly and the Button stretch book, then try it out, because I've really enjoyed making things from that book. Okay, so moving on to my Sew 6 fabrics. Now, at the beginning of the year I chose 6 fabrics, and I will pop a picture of the fabrics I chose in so you can see. Now, as yet, I've only made something with one of the fabrics from the picture. It's mainly because I've got carried away with other things. I'm a person who just gets inspired and I just grab fabrics, grab patterns and then just go and make them. And actually, as yet, I haven't chosen those fabrics, but I do have plans for them all. I just haven't gotten round to it yet. So the one that I have made something out of is this. So this is a Cozy Colours sweatshirting, light blue with these coloured dots. And I got this from Guthrie Garney at Sew Brum. And this is a slightly hacked version of the Elliot sweater by Helen's Closet. So I've lengthened the sleeve and added cuffs, but otherwise it remains exactly the same. And I will just try it on and show you. So really love the look of this one. It's a really comfy casual jumper and I've got a lot of wear out of it already, although I won't get so much wear now, it's the warmer weather, but it's slightly cropped. And then really love the cuff hack, and I got the cuffs from the Blackwood cardigan. So yeah, really love that jumper. So that is a little reflection on my Make 9 and Sew 6 plans for 2019. I'm actually not doing great so far this year with those plans, but I'm not really too bothered about that as plans do change. It's been great to do this video because I've been able to just evaluate where I am with those and come up with some plans and think about the things I still need to buy and actually what I want to make as well. I just wanted to share with you about the new brooch I've got. So it's this Me Made one here and it's by Pink Coat Club. So they are made out of wood and then the Me Made is engraved with the other detail, and they've just got a kind of clasp on the back that pins it to your clothing, but they're really lovely and lightweight and are just actually a really cute addition. There is also another colour wood as well. I got the lighter wood, but there's a kind of darker wood as well, and then they also come as the heart pins, which I also got as well. So really love those. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Goodbye.